today is day 5 of the challenge and I'm still ramping up everything. You know, getting back into plyos along top of all this fighting stuff has been pretty exhausting, but I took 2 days off and now we're back at it fresh and ready to go. Keep in mind that during those 2 days I was still doing stuff. I wasn't just completely doing nothing. But after I got in my throwing for the day, it was time to get into the meat and taters of the training economy, gentlemen. So there really wasn't a ton of goals for this session besides become more powerful, become quick, and then work on 2 to 3 different combinations that I was going to figure out. When you see me sitting here randomly practicing low effort kicks, it's because I'm trying to work on throwing a higher kick and then returning back to center without losing my balance. I decided that in a lot of my combos today, I was specifically going to throw 2 elbows at some point within it, and then also work on my uppercuts. At first I was only doing horizontal angles, and then I decided to switch it up and throw in 1 horizontal and then 1 vertical elbow. Typically when I hit the bag, what I'll do is I'll take a minute or 2 minutes and I'll sit here and I'll just throw the same combo at pretty high intensity until I'm so exhausted that I can't really breathe. Look, I'm gonna be real, I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but it ends up in me getting 40 minutes to 60 minutes of pretty high intensity heavy bag sessions, so I feel like that's a match. I've also been working on my overall athleticism and proprioception in this sport, so you'll see me today start to mix in a couple of spin kicks as well. Most of the time when I'm doing this stuff, I feel like that quote that says, 99% of the time, I have no idea what in the world is going on. So then I just go on YouTube or I text some of my buddies and ask them for examples of what other fighters do, and then I realistically copy. This one I got from Sean O'Malley. Pretty sick. On a side note, massive shout out to athlete John Barnes for continuing to get after it and hitting a massive PR recently. What a bulldog, let's go. Anyways, instead of just blindly hitting the heavy bag, I found out that Tom Aspinall will pick a combination and he'll just hammer it as hard as he can, or at least higher intensity for a minute. So I've started doing that with combinations, but I'll start at lower intensities and then progressively work up as I feel more comfortable with not messing up the combo. Here's me getting randomly weird again and practicing my balance. Anyways, for the rest of the video, I'm not going to commentate it that much. My last thing that I will say is sometimes I'm hitting peeps, and then sometimes I'm imagining I'm trying to just crush that person's front knee. So enjoy the rest of the footage. Thank you guys for showing up to day 5. Keep crushing it.